Welcome to this next SolidWorks 2011 video tutorial. For more video tutorials about SolidWorks, please visit Video-Tutorials.Net. In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to create an extrude. An extrude is a feature that adds material to existing geometry. We'll need to start by creating a new part document, and that you've seen me do a couple times before. Let's click on the New Document icon, and now select the part type of document. Now let's insert a sketch on the top plane. Right-click, Sketch. Let's use the Rectangle tool first. Notice that when I mouse over the origin point, the coincident relation symbol appears. While it's visible, I'm going to left-click there. And as I continue to drag, a preview of my rectangle appears. I can also see the dimensions. Currently it's about 63 by 53 millimeters. Let's left-click again to place the second corner of the rectangle, and right-click Select to accept and close the tool. We are ready to apply dimensions and relations. Control-select these two lines. Let's apply an equal relation. And lastly, let's apply dimensions. Let's say 50 millimeters. And accept. Once again, right-click and select to close the Dimension tool. Our sketch now appears in dark black line, indicating that it's fully defined. The status bar also lets us know that the sketch is fully defined. If you don't see the status bar, please go to View and ensure that it's selected from the drop-down menu. Let's exit this sketch by clicking Accept in the confirmation corner. And now let's click in blank space in the graphic area to unselect everything. Let's activate the Extruded Boss Base tool. SolidWorks prompts me for a plane on which to sketch the feature cross-section. I can select right in the graphic area, or I can create a new sketch. Let's select Sketch 1. And let's zoom out a little by scrolling the middle mouse button away from me. In the Extrusion Property Manager, we can now enter depth, let's say 25 millimeters. To register the changes, you just press Tab on your keyboard, or you can left-click in the graphic area. I can also make changes to the depth by grabbing the handle and dragging it up and down. When I do so, the ruler appears, and we can use the ruler to snap here in 10 millimeter increments. We can snap to smaller increments depending on where we drag the mouse along the ruler. Let's release the left mouse button to position. Now let's take a look at the From options on the Boss Extrude Property Manager. We can extrude from the sketch plane, a surface, face, or plane, a vertex, or an offset. Let's choose offset, for example. And now we enter the offset value, let's say 10 millimeters. Now our extrusion is offset 10 millimeters from the sketch plane. We can click here to reverse the direction of the offset. Let's return to the From Sketch Plane option. Under Direction 1, we can choose a number of different options as well. Blind, up to vertex, up to surface, offset from surface, up to body, and midplane. I'm going to select midplane. Now our extrusion occurs in both directions from the sketch plane, as you see here. Let's select Blind for Direction 1. If we want to extrude a different value from the sketch plane, we can enable the second direction by checking here. Now we've extruded 33 millimeters in the positive Y direction and 10 millimeters in the negative Y direction. Let's click Accept. In the Feature Manager design tree, we see our first feature, Boss Extrude 1, with a plus symbol next to the feature. Let's click on that plus symbol to expand this branch of the tree. Here's our sketch, Sketch 1. We can edit that sketch very easily. Just right-click and select Edit Sketch. Let's change this dimension, let's say to 55 millimeters. OK. And exit the sketch. Since SolidWorks is a parametric solid modeler, our solid has changed right on the spot just from editing that one dimension in the sketch. We can also edit the feature by right-clicking and selecting Edit Feature. Let's add a draft to our solid now. This, in effect, tapers the solid. I'll give it a 10 millimeter draft, tab to register. and OK to accept. We've also got the option to edit our solid right on the spot in the graphic area. Let's activate Instant 3D. Now let's double-click on my solid. As you see, I've got a number of handles and dimensions available for editing. I can grab and drag and adjust to my new specifications, and the model will update in real time. I can also click on a dimension and enter a change manually. Click outside to register, and my solid updates in real time. Let me click on a single face. This face is now highlighted, and now we can make changes to just the geometry related to this particular face. If I turn Instant 3D off and then double-click, we won't have the option to drag our dimensions as we did a moment ago. However, I can still select a dimension, double-click on it, and then change it from the Edit dialog window. Accept. Let's take a look at our feature in the Feature Manager design tree. Notice that there's a traffic light icon next to the feature, and that means that the geometry needs to be updated. So let's do that. And this concludes our lesson about how to create an extruded boss in SolidWorks 2011. Please visit our website at Video-Tutorials.Net for more tutorials on SolidWorks.